Okay, hello everyone. This is the first video I'm going to make of me recording one of the memory stories. I hope everyone's alright. I hope you're not too stressed. You've got an exam tomorrow. Don't even know if you'll hear this in time. You might hate this video, it might be really awkward. I'm sure you will comment and let me know. A couple of things before we start. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about your memory. It's really difficult to have to remember all of these examples, so if you're finding it difficult, don't worry, you're not the only one. Everyone is struggling at the moment. And I want to remind you of a couple of things that we've spoke about in the past. First thing is your short-term memory and your long-term memory. Now, as you probably will know from the things I've told you in class, you do have two types of memory. There is a short-term memory and a long-term memory. The key to being a successful reviser is making sure things go from your short term into your long term. Once they're in your long term, it's secure. But as you probably worked out, that's actually pretty damn difficult. So there are a few things you can do. First thing that you need to be really aware of is the importance of repetition. The more you repeat things, the more they will go from the short term into the long term. And the other thing you need to know of is that the visuals will really help, which is why we're doing this Svalbard story, okay? So if you're finding it difficult, stick with it. Please remember, I know I've said it over and over again, but your memories are the leftovers of your thoughts. So the more you think, the more you will remember. And the easiest, most fun way to think is to imagine. So imagining these stories, things will pass much more quickly from the short term into your long-term memory. Next thing I want to tell you about is the importance of sleep, because it is during your sleep that your thoughts and memories pass from the short term into the long term. If you don't get enough sleep, you won't remember things. That is when all of the memory processing from short to long term happens. So make sure you're getting enough sleep. I would probably go as far as saying that you'd be better off having 2 hours extra sleep than 2 hours extra revision. Next thing and last thing for things for today, so Sturdy's little tips, it's about your phone. Okay, when you're revising, make sure your phone is away. Or not away, because obviously you're watching this, so that would be stupid. Shut up, sir. But you know what I mean. On Do Not Disturb. Making sure you're not interacting with people on social media when you're doing this. Now, I'm not just saying that to be a grumpy old adult. There's some science here as well, which I think you deserve to know. Now, the science is that when you put something on social media, most people will instantly have this craving for a hormone release in your body, which makes you feel wanted and liked and social. Humans are social animals, and we want to feel liked. And as soon as you put something on social media, you keep checking your phone. And the hormone that's released in your body is a sort of a stress-based hormone. So you'll get one of two. It's either adrenaline or something called cortisol. And you'll get these little shots of adrenaline. Now, these are very closely linked to the fight or flight sensations that humans get. And if you think about it, that is literally the first thing that you need when you're trying to concentrate. So that impulse that you get to check your phone to see if someone's liked a picture or someone's texted you back, it's a real thing. Everyone experiences it, and it's because your body is producing a little stress hormone, and you don't want to be stressed when you're revising. So get your phone on Do Not Disturb. I recommend 25 minutes revision at a time, and then give yourself a break. 25 minutes is about the sort of the peak amount that your body can concentrate. I still do this all the time. 25 minutes if I'm trying to revise or work or concentrate on a task. So phone goes on Do Not Disturb, timer on my phone, 25 minutes. Anyway, let's get on with the Svalbard story. I'm just producing this video. If you like it, I'll do more. You can see that I've highlighted the places where I've used facts from the example, and I've just turned it into a story. It's got Tobias in it because it was his idea. So I used him. You can change the characters however you want. Now, I spoke about this before. Make it rude, make it weird, substitute it in, get your headphones on, and repeat it in your mind. Play it over and over again. All of these examples, make them into a story, write them down until you know them. That is my absolute biggest tip. Okay, so Tobias was walking into Scoops. There were 2,700 varieties of ice cream. The man selling the ice cream was trapped in the freezer because it was minus 30 degrees. So you can imagine him, he's trapped in there. You can see him, he's frozen solid. You can add some weird details in there as well. I'll let your imagination run wild. So Tobias looked around, and there were more polar bears in Scoops than there were people. And Tobias was eating coal ice cream because it was the best seller. He did not choose the fish flavoured ice cream because that would be stupid, even though there were 150 varieties. Maybe add some accents in here. Maybe Tobias is a Brummy, 150 varieties of fish. Maybe he's not, I don't know. Tobias was going to get a job there, but 300 people already worked there. It was always busy because 70,000 tourists from Stenton came every single year. On his first shift at Scoops, the whole building collapsed right on his head because the permafrost underneath had melted. Tobias cried his little heart out. He lost his job because it was too expensive to rebuild, and they had to wait until the summer. He was stuck there with this collapsed building because the only way to get to Scoops is by plane or by boat. Now, I recommend you play that over and over again, listening to it, imagining it, reading it, but do it with your eyes shut. Put some music on, and I know we've talked about this in class, but I'll probably recommend some music with no words, although we did talk about ones with words in there. But if that hurts your head, if it's a bit confusing because you're listening to the words and not the story, put something on with no music. Maybe eat an ice cream whilst you're doing it. Something to stimulate your mind, something to remind you of this. Leave comments below. Let me know if that was good or crap, and I'll speak to you soon. Good luck.